today's video is actually one that I am so excited for. So if you know me, you'll know I'm always like saying I would love to event and things like that, but I never actually do it. So no, I didn't enter an event before anyone gets excited. I did not enter an event, but I did enter a 2-phase. So the yard next door to us was running a 2-phase and 1-day event, but you could pick what phases you wanted to enter. So I decided I would enter the 75 centimetre show jumping and dressage and the 90 centimetre show jumping and dressage. We haven't quite got there with our cross country. We've only been schooling once, which I vlogged if you want to go and watch that vlog. We're still scared of ditches and we're still scared of water, but I'm hoping to change that. Keep your eyes peeled for a vlog that should be coming out soon about water and ditches. So I didn't think we were quite ready to enter the 3-phase. It would have been a bit stupid and probably quite embarrassing for me. So we just did the 2, and to say I started off a little bit hairy is an understatement. Firstly, go back. The reason I'm doing this now, there's no preparation vlogging in this. I ordered a new hot oil. I ordered a new tack cleaner, but neither arrived. And also, I ended up being in quite a rush. Because my dressage time was like, I was second on. So I had to go up to the yard after work on the Friday to get him plaited and bathed and everything. And then walk the show jumping course, because I was so close to it. I wasn't going to walk it in the morning. I may as well make use of it being so handy to me. And then got him all ready. And then just went home. But yes, there's no vlogging of that because the stuff didn't arrive and I ended up being in a rush after work. Also, I was meant to be working as the photographer. There's something stuck in my throat, so I keep swallowing. The man who owns the venue had asked me to take some photos just for his Facebook and things, just to promote the venue. So I was working as well. So in between my times, I had the camera and it was all just a bit crazy. So there really is only riding footage. There is nothing in between whatsoever. So we started off the day with our 90 centimetre dressage. It ran in reverse order. So the first class was the metre and then it went to the 90 and the 75. So our 90 centimetre dressage was 9:10, I believe. And then our 75 centimetre dressage was 9:55. So this started off absolutely horrendous. He got so excited. He spooked the whole way up to the warm-up, spooked in the warm-up, was bolting, spooking, like it was a whole ordeal. We didn't do a single stride of walk in that warm-up. He was just buzzing. It was insane. So I finally I didn't really calm him down. We finally managed to find a way to harness this energy and managed to get through our tests, which I will put in and I'll do a voiceover. And then we had a little break before our 90 centimetre show jumping. The warm-up was horrendous. It was on grass and it had rained all day. We did do a little tiny jump and he slipped and I was like, nah, we're just going to go straight into the show jumping round because I'm not having him slip. So that happened. So it wasn't our best round, but it was also our first time jumping a 90. So it could have been a lot worse. And then we had about an hour and a half break until our second show jumping round. So I will include all the footage and do a little voiceover and then I'll explain, I'll probably mention again about the hurry warm up and the show jumping and everything. It was just horrendous. Like, he slipped and he's an older horse and I'm just not taking that risk. I said if he went in and he didn't feel warmed up enough, then I wasn't going to do it, obviously. But he'd ridden 2 dressage tests and had a little pop over jump, so he was fine to do it. I'm just paranoid. But yeah, I'm going to stop my ramblings. This has been the world's longest intro. And the first video I will insert will be my first attempt at my dressage test. But you'll have to wait and see what I mean by that. Then we'll do my attempt at dressage, 90 centimetre, 75, 90 centimetre show jumping and 75 centimetre show jumping. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video and let's get on into it. So this was our first attempt at our first test. Moreno warmed up like he was going to explode, and then we went down the centre line and the chip van lady started the generator and this happened. So classic Moreno, this is just so him. the judge very kindly let us restart. She let me go out and settle him down a bit, and then start again. He did keep going after that video was cut out, but she let us start again, and this is our second attempt. She said it wasn't fair, which I really appreciate. So our take 2. At A, entering working trot without halting to X. We got an 8 for this, and it just says active. X to H, working trot. H, C, M, B, working trot. We got an 8 for that, and just says nice steps. At B, circle right 15 metres in diameter in working trot. We got a 7 for this, and it just says keep the contact even. As we know, my arch nemesis, me just dropping my reins for no apparent reason. Then we have at A, down the centre line to X. X to M, working trot. We got an 8 for this, and it just says accurate. Then we have M, C, H, E, working trot. I got a 7 for that and no comment. And then at E, we have circle left 15 metre diameter in working trot. We got a 7 for this, and it just says slightly unsteady to contact. He started doing his little head bobbing manoeuvre in that one. Oh god, frog in my throat and everything. Then we have between K and A, working canter left. We got a 7, or no we didn't, we got an 8 for this, and it just says obedient. As you can tell, I'm getting sick and my voice is just disappearing. Then we have A, F, B, M, working canter. We got an 8 for this, and it says nicely ridden. Thank you very much, Judge. Then we have at C, circle left 20 metres diameter with a transition to trot at X. We got an 8 for this, and it just says obedient and through. He was actually very obedient for this. I was very impressed because he felt a lot more tense than he looks, I have to say. Then we have Hitch, medium walk. We got, oh where am I? We got an 8 for that again, did we? The comments aren't really aligned with the marks, but it looks like it was an 8. No, it wasn't. It was a 6.5, and it says slightly stilted. That's what happened. Then we have at A, working trot. K, A, H, working trot. We got a 7 for that, and it just says fairly good. Our walk is always our lowest mark, to be fair. Yeah, that wasn't great. He always, whenever he's tense, his walk just is a bit rubbish. Then we have between H and C, working canter right. We got an 8 for that, and it just says obedient. And then MBF, working canter. We got an 8 for that, and it just says good balance in canter. And then at A, circle right 20 metres diameter with a transition to trot at X. We have an 8 for this, and it says nicely to trot. And then to finish off, we have AKX, working trot, and at G, halt immobility salute. You got a 7 for that, and it says nearly square. Almost square, but not quite. So the judge's comment was a super type with good elasticity. The walk could be more relaxed. Well done. The walk could be more relaxed. You're certainly not wrong. For our paces, we got a 7. For our impulsion, we got a 7.5. Submission, 7.5. And for a rider mark, we got 8. And that left us on a score of 75.75, or if you're doing event and dressage, we're 24.25, which was actually the highest dressage score of the entire day. So I was well chuffed with that. So next up is our 90 centimetre show jumping round. We had a bit of a rubbish warm up because it was just too slippy and I didn't want to risk it. So I just didn't ride into this fence at all. Moreno went into it and went, oh, that's big, and knocked a pole. And then here I start riding and he flies over the second one, lovely. Now that he's woken up and that I've realised I actually have to ride, the rest of the round goes really nicely. He meets that one really nice, pops over it nicely, pops over the next fence really nicely as well, got his wee leg change as well. I was really nervous for this triple, I won't lie. I don't know why I was nervous, because look at how well he jumps that. He just pops over it like it's absolutely nothing. The first time we jumped the fence at the bottom, he spooked at it, so improvements were certainly made. Then he pops round to this wee one, lovely, listens to me whenever I ask him to lengthen and take a bit of a longer stride, and then pops the scurry fence that every horse hates, lovely as well, to finish on 4 faults. So next up is our dressage test for the 75cm 2 phase. It is indeed the same test. So at A, enter working trot without halting, to X, we got an 8 again, it says nicely ridden. X to H, working trot. HCMB, working trot, we got an 8 for that, and it says supple. At B, circle right 15 metres diameter and working trot, we got a 6.5. Slightly large, keep the contact. My enemy once again coming back with the reins. At A, down the centre line to X, X to M, working trot. We got a 7 for this, and it says contact could be steadier. Once again, it's just going to haunt me forever, isn't it? Then we have MCHE, working trot, 7.5 for that and no comment. Then at E, circle left 15 metres diameter and working trot. We got a 7 for that, and it says better size, keep supple. He was starting to get fed up at this point, as you can probably tell. Then we have between K and A, working canter left. You got a 7 for that, and it says, I think it says fairly fluent. That would make sense if it said that. Then we have AFBM, working canter. We got an 8 for that, and it just says quality canter. I've just realised I'm absolutely miles ahead of the actual dressage test, so whoops. But this test, I thought it rode better, he felt better, but his paces weren't as flashy as the first test. He didn't feel like he was going to explode, so obviously he wasn't as flashy to the judge. Then we have at C, circle left 20 metre diameter with a transition to trot at X. You got an 8 for that, and it says very nice to trot. And then at H, medium walk, we got an 8 again, and it says obedient. Then we have HEF, medium walk, we got a 6.5, and it says more freedom. Once again, our walk has let us down. That's just the routine at this point. Then we have at A, working trot, KEH, working trot. You got an 8 for that, and it just says nicely ridden. I love whenever it says nicely ridden, it makes me feel really good about myself. Then we have between H and C, working canter right. We got another 8 for this, and it says good to canter. Then we have MBF, working canter. You got an 8 for that, and it says lovely balance. I'm glad all the work we've been putting into our canter is starting to show. Like, there's so many 8s through these dressage tests. It's so nice to see the hard work paying off. Then we have at A, circle right 20 metres diameter with the transition to trot at X. We got a 7 for this. It says little downhill but smooth. He was starting to get fed up of the dressage at this point, I think, so he just dropped his head right down. Then we have AKX, working trot, and at G, halt immobility salute. We got an 8 for this, and just says square halt. We finally got the square halt. So the judge's comment is a super quality horse, loving his willing attitude and canter, well done. Again, the hard work in the canter must be paying off if the judge is saying things like that. For our paces, we got a 7, and she's just written walk and underlined it, so I think the walk has let us down for our paces. Impulsion, we got an 8. Submission, we got a 7.5, and for rider position, again, I got an 8. So that test left us at 75.5%, or 24.5 if you're doing eventing scores, so slightly worse than the first, but still buzzing with it. So last but not least, we have my 75 show jumping. This height is a little bit small for him, but normally we would jump around 85, so I entered the 75 and 90 in case either one went really badly. So I messed up my stride into the first one because, obviously, but he popped around the rest of it really, really sweetly. We walked away from this one, spoiler alert, it was a clear. So overall, that left us, we went HC for these, but he would have come second in the 75s and first in the 90. I was really happy with him, to be honest. We had a chill week after this, but we're starting to crack down again now, and I cannot wait for the next one because he's just, look at his wee ears, he's just so excited about the whole thing. And I was really pleased with how fit he was. He still had mountains of energy after this show jumping round. So 2 dressage tests and 2 show jumping courses are not enough to tire him out. So I'm glad at the ripe old age of 20 he's still feeling good. So that was all for this week's video. It is actually like a full week, over a full week. since this has been recorded, filmed, whatever you want to say. But everything has just been so crazy. Moreno hasn't even, we've been taking it really chilled. But he didn't really need to do much after how well he performed. So we had a little chill week, and we went cross country schooling and things, which was eventful. But head over to my Instagram to see how that went. Link down below. My normal Monday to Friday job went a bit crazy. The photography, my bookings just went mad, and I was working some really big events. So everything has just been insane. So I am so sorry for how late this has gone up. Everything, the whole hype about this whole event is like dead and gone. I've also had to record this clip like 500 times because firstly, I looked asleep. Like my eyes were like this open. I looked asleep. Then I just don't even know what I was talking about. I went on this complete rant that had nothing to do with the video. So I am sorry, this might not be the best edited, the best introed or outroed video. It has just been crazy, but I've been doing really well, like with my consistent uploading this year. This is my New Year's resolution, to upload consistently, like once a week. So I'm gonna put it out anyway. Bear with me. I hope it's okay. Next week's video, actually, I'm hoping is going to be quite an exciting one. There's a show where I'm from called Balmoral Show. I'm hoping to vlog my day there. And then I'm not sure what else I have planned because I'm so indecisive. I want a show jumping lesson, a cross country lesson, and a dressage lesson. So you might get like 3 lesson vlogs, like bang, 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 bang. Also want to do like a spring cleaning vlog and like a, you know, like a day in my life, like summer edition where Moreno gets properly washed. And as he's grey, that might be incredibly satisfying for you. So, or I hope so anyway. So that's where we're heading at the minute. I'm hoping I can get those out. Also, how cute. My earrings match my ring. How cute is that? But yeah, I've got some photo shoots booked for myself and also for other people. So I don't think I'm going to vlog them, but I might. We'll see how it all pans out. We'll just see. We'll have to play it by ear. But I'm going to start rambling. I don't know why I filled you in on my entire like upload plans for the next few months. Just thought you might want to know. But yeah, I am going to start rambling now, I promise. I do hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you next week for another video. Bye!